Hello, Bing Bulldogs. Welcome to the Daily Show for Thursday, April 29th, 2021. Our Did You Know today is about similes. A simile is a figure of speech comparing two unlike things using like or as. Stay tuned for a video about similes.
I'm reading a really good story. A frog and a kangaroo sat down to eat dinner. The frog's eyes sparkled like diamonds. Her stomach grumbled as loud as thunder. On the table, there was a watermelon as big as a house. "I can't wait to eat the watermelon," the frog exclaimed. "It's much too big for you," the kangaroo said. "You're as small as a grain of sand." "That's nonsense," the little frog cried. "I'm hungry like a wolf." The little frog began to eat all the food on the table. It even ate the silverware. The little frog became as big as a whale. The similes in this story really bring the writing to life. What is a simile? A simile is a comparison that uses like or as. This story has tons of similes. The frog's eyes sparkled like diamonds. That's a simile. It uses the word like to compare the frog's eyes to diamonds. Her stomach grumbled as loud as thunder. That's a simile that uses as to compare her grumbling stomach to thunder. I guess similes can compare really different things to make a point. Well, a frog's eyes and a diamond don't really have much in common, but both can sparkle. And a stomach and thunder are really different, but both can rumble. Authors use comparisons to help get their message across to a reader. How can similes help you understand what you read? On the table, there was a watermelon as big as a house. The simile uses the word as to compare the watermelon to a house. I know that watermelons are big, but houses are a lot bigger. There's no way a watermelon could really be as big as a house. It's an exaggeration. An exaggeration is a claim that something is greater than it really is. Comparing a watermelon to a house makes me think it's a really big watermelon. That simile helped me imagine what things look like better. Similes can also help you imagine how characters feel. In the story, the frog was hungry like a wolf. I know that in Little Red Riding Hood, the wolf eats people. And in The Three Little Pigs, it tries to eat the pigs. So I know wolves are famous for being hungry. This frog must be really hungry if it's hungry like a wolf. Sometimes I read similes that are confusing and it's hard to figure out what the author means. So, how can you figure out a simile? It helps to stop and think about what you read. Let's figure out what the author is trying to say with this simile, Moby. The field was like a swimming pool in January. The girl waited for her friends to come. First, we need to find out what the simile compares. Right. It compares the field to a swimming pool in January. What is a pool in January like? Well, it's winter in January and really cold in most places. A swimming pool is probably freezing. But A swimming pool in January doesn't just make me think of the cold. When I go swimming in the summer, it's always really crowded. But in the winter, the pool is closed and it's empty. Kind of lonely. Hey, maybe the author wanted to show that the field was really empty. The simile helps me imagine how cold and alone the girl felt while she waited for her friends. When you read, it's important to stop and think. Sometimes when I read similes, I take notes on my ideas to figure it out. I love similes. They're as fun as a robot.
Now tell your teacher the answer to this question to receive a PBIS point. Complete the simile. Alberto could see for miles ahead. The road was as flat as a blank. The weather. Today's temperature is expected to reach a sunny 91 degrees. That's all for today. Have a great day. How will you be a leader today?